Welcome to Critical News. In today's episode, we're going to take a close look at MENACE from Overhype Studios. The Battle Brothers developers provided early access to their upcoming sci-fi tactics game, and after extensive hands-on time with the preview build, I believe this game warrants dedicated coverage. MENACE drops you into command of Republic Marine Corps strike forces operating from the cruiser, TCR and Impetus. You'll be leading a mix of Marines, mercenaries and criminals through turn-based tactical combat across multiple worlds in a distant system that's been severed from the core worlds. Now this preview build strips out the strategic layer completely, so there's no planet travel or faction relationships. All of that comes with early access. What we have here is pure tactical combat across a 3-mission desert operation against hostile pirates. The mission structure works through random selection from a pool of 10 different mission types, which means multiple runs will show you different content. The mission variety covers the expected ground: defensive holdouts, search and destroy, VIP elimination, but each battlefield generates procedurally, creating replay value even within this limited scope. It's standard tactical content executed with solid mechanical depth. But where MENACE really distinguishes itself is how the combat mechanics diverge significantly from XCOM's approach. There's no simultaneous team movements here. Instead, you alternate individual units with the enemy. You move one squad, the enemy moves one squad. You continue until everyone's acted. The key difference is that once you commit to moving a unit, that unit has to complete its full action before you can touch anything else. This changes your tactical prioritization fundamentally, because instead of coordinating entire force movements, you're constantly deciding which individual unit needs to act next based on immediate battlefield conditions. There's no initiative system cluttering up the decision making either. You choose your movement order based purely on tactical needs. You can save your vehicle for last this turn, then use it first next turn. It's entirely your call. The system pushes aggressive play, and this is reinforced by the complete absence of Overwatch. The reaction fire that became central to modern tactical games simply doesn't exist here, so no ambush setups, no Overwatch traps, no defensive positioning around kill zones. This design choice is going to divide players. Some will appreciate the push towards active engagement over passive positioning, while others will miss the tactical depth that Overwatch provided. After extensive play, I can say the system works within its own parameters, but it does feel limiting for military operations where ambush tactics should be fundamental. Squad composition reveals one of MENACE's more interesting mechanical choices. What appears as individual units are actually squad leaders commanding multiple soldiers. Each unit contains several squad members, and squad size directly correlates to unit health. More soldiers means more hit points, but it also means higher supply costs. Equipment and armor costs scale with squad size too, creating meaningful resource management decisions before each mission. The action point system follows traditional tactical game design, where movement, shooting, and special actions all consume AP from a limited pool. Heavy weapons like machine guns, rocket launchers, and sniper rifles require deployment before use, consuming roughly 25% of your available action points. This prevents shoot and scoop tactics with heavy weapons while maintaining mobility for lighter weapons like grenade launchers, making tactical positioning critical when you're sacrificing movement for firepower. Suppression mechanics add tactical layers beyond simple damage dealing. Every shot impacts enemy suppression levels regardless of whether you actually hit, and there are 3 suppression states: unaffected, suppressed, and pinned. Suppressed units suffer 50% accuracy reduction and 30% action point penalties while being forced into defensive positions. Pinned units go prone, lose all action capability except crawling movement, and suffer 50% vision range reduction. This creates tactical opportunities for coordinated assaults while suppressed enemies remain effectively neutralized. The emphasis on suppression over elimination reflects Battle Brothers' design philosophy of sustained engagements over alpha strikes. Combat becomes about controlling enemy effectiveness through sustained fire, then exploiting those suppressed targets with coordinated attacks. This approach differs significantly from XCOM's burst damage paradigm. Cover operates on 8 directional faces per square, 4 sides plus 4 corners, with 3 different protection levels. Units can enjoy full cover from one direction while remaining exposed from others, which creates complex positioning puzzles. The visual representation occasionally mismatches the mechanical reality though. Substantial buildings provide minimal cover while small rocks offer complete protection. It's mechanically sound but visually inconsistent. Equipment customization appears extensive within this preview's constraints. There are 20 different weapons, accessories and armor types available, with promises of expanded options in the full release. Squad loadouts can accommodate different tactical roles through weapon selection, armor choices, and accessory allocation, while experience-based upgrades allow squad specialization over time. Visual customization remains limited though. Unit renaming works, but appearance modification doesn't, which hampers quick role identification during combat. The pre-mission interface needs refinement. The abstract deployment screen is confusing when direct battlefield positioning would be clearer, and intelligence reports show enemy positions before missions but disappear once combat begins, forcing you to memorize or take notes. This might represent intentional fog of war design, but it feels needlessly opaque in practice. Difficulty balancing sits in reasonable territory so far, challenging without being punishing, though most of the difficulty derives from numerical superiority rather than sophisticated enemy tactics. The preview only features pirate enemies, so other factions in the complete game may present different tactical challenges that require adapted strategies. Visual presentation surprised me with its grounded, semi-realistic approach. The character models have realistic proportions, and the military equipment design feels industrialized and authentic. Textures maintain high quality throughout, animations flow smoothly, and vehicles handle terrain convincingly. The art direction supports the serious military tone effectively. Audio design follows similar realistic principles. Weapons produce hefty, impactful sounds that really sell their destructive potential. The overall audio package could benefit from increased weapon audio intensity, but the current implementation supports the game's serious atmosphere adequately. Critical questions remain unanswered due to the stripped strategic layer. Faction relationship mechanics, squad leader personality systems, and long-term progression impacts can't be evaluated from pure tactical content alone. These systems will ultimately determine whether Menace succeeds beyond its solid combat foundation. The tactical combat core demonstrates near completion though. Mechanics function smoothly, gameplay loops engage effectively, and the overall experience generates genuine desire for expanded content. From a purely tactical evaluation, Menace hits its mechanical targets with solid execution and engaging moment-to-moment play. The public demo is out now, with 2025 early access release looking probable, though no firm date exists yet. This is easily one of the most mechanically solid strategy games I've played in recent memory. Now let's move to the headlines. Whiskerwood launched into early access on November the 6th. This cat-mouse city builder from Minicata Dynamics and Hooded Horse puts you in control of industrious mice establishing colonies under the oppressive rule of feline overlords. The core tension revolves around balancing expansion and efficiency while meeting constant tax demands from your cat masters. The game features detailed simulation systems including mountain carving, scene navigation, and complex production chains with automation elements. Verticality plays a central role since space remains limited on island settlements, forcing players to build upward or dig underground into mountain sites. A free demo is currently available on Steam, and the full game will be available through Steam, GOG, Epic Games Store, Microsoft Store, and PC Game Pass from day one. Cities Skylines receives new content today with the Shops of Shibuya and Map Pack 4 content creator packs alongside the Harumi Nights FM radio station. The Shibuya pack recreates Japan's iconic fashion district with storefronts, boulevards, and hidden side streets designed by community creators Stop It D. Map Pack 4 from creator Uncle Ron adds 10 new maps inspired by rivers, landscapes, and coastlines ranging from tropical archipelagos to alpine fjords, plus 10 new intersections. The radio station contributes 16 tracks capturing modern Japan's neon light nightlife atmosphere. All content releases simultaneously across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, with a bundled discount option that combines all three releases. Phoenix Point creator Julian Gollop has confirmed interest in developing a sequel to his complex XCOM spiritual successor. Gollop describes the original as ambitious and unusual, while acknowledging its troubled launch that was plagued by bugs and Epic Store exclusivity issues. The game distinguished itself through detailed physics simulation, manual aiming mechanics, and elevated strategic complexity compared to Firaxis' XCOM reboot. Gollop is currently working on Chip and Claws, a light-hearted cooperative strategy game targeting newcomers to the genre. Despite the shift towards accessibility, he remains committed to returning to Phoenix Point's grim tactical complexity when circumstances allow. No confirmation exists yet regarding actual development plans or publisher arrangements for a potential sequel. The tactical strategy landscape continues expanding with Menace joining Phoenix Point sequel discussions and other XCOM-influenced projects in development. This growing variety suggests a sustained market appetite for complex turn-based tactics experiences beyond mainstream offerings. On Thursday, we have a special Top 5 Total War Games video ahead of Friday's dedicated Total War podcast episode where we'll look at the future of the franchise ahead of Creative Assembly's December announcement. Let me know if dedicated preview coverage like this works for you, and subscribe for regular gaming news coverage. Thanks very much. Take it easy. Goodbye.